Hey, Joyce.
Yeah.
Remember that time we watched Space Cop?
Space Cop. Oh, yeah. It was like 5 minutes ago.
For those of you who don't know, Space Cop is a bit of an indie film.
Learn them.
It was made by these guys from Redlettermedia. And it's kind of directed by, written by, produced by, starring, one of those deals.
Yep. Redlettermedia.
And what was the plot of Space Cop that you were able to gather?
Okay, so Space Cop is in the space future, present for him, and he is chasing after some bad guys, and they end up going through a time portal, and they end up in the past. And then...
But that's the current year for us.
Right, well, whatever year it is. Present-ish.
It's 2015.
That was 2007.
Oh, yeah, he goes back to 2007 initially,
2007.
but then...
Who knows numbers now?
He goes back into the recent past, but then into the future. For some reason, like 8 years passes.
Right, and so then he is...
He gets settled in.
He's gung-ho as usual to destroy and kill everyone involved in a case. So he ends up at that, what is it called where they freeze people? Cryogenic facility.
Oh, it's a cryogenics lab. And I guess we should point out a little bit that Space Cop, played by Rich Evans, is he's like a YouTube celebrity, Rich Evans. He's like the Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson type. Not in. He's like he blows shit up.
Right. Ask questions later.
Right. Ask the questions later. Blow shit up now.
Or not at all.
He's not a very good cop.
He's an excellent cop.
But yeah, they go to the cryogenics lab and some aliens are there. And also he finds the past cop. What's his name? Like Detective Cooper, but...
Cooper. Yeah.
He was the cop from the past.
Mm-hmm. And so he gets unfrozen, and the bad guys get away, and then the next day it turns out that Detective Cooper ends up being his new partner. And so they become like a buddy cop partnership.
Right, both of them end up in the present, and they just kind of join the Milwaukee police force, no questions asked.
Right, and then they end up on this case just to go after the gold digger who's stealing gold.
Played by Jay Bauman, an internet celebrity.
I think they would love to hear you call them internet celebrities.
They're just... Did he say internet celebrity?
So then that's basically the premise of the movie. Without spoiling anything. There's aliens and this like an evil scientist type of guy that's trying to destroy the world, and they gotta stop him, and that's basically the movie. And I guess there's a lot of ways you could talk about this movie. It was a comedy. Was it funny? Yeah, I had very low expectations going in. And actually it exceeded them. I actually found it pretty entertaining, and I had 2 specific laugh out loud moments on a couple jokes, which was unexpected. Like, they were funny as hell. I don't remember what they were, but they laugh out loud funny.
Right, I know there was more than... I feel like I laughed out loud more than twice, definitely. The first time I specifically remember was the Patton Oswalt scene, and I believe they were trying to pay homage to the part in Samurai Cop where the police chief is bitching at him, but then like the camera just kind of stays on him.
Right.
doing one of those things, but they put their own little spin on it. It was kind of cool. Patton Oswalt he nailed it.
Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty well edited and produced. If they would have upped the ante on their special effects for especially like the aliens, they probably could have even taken it to a better level. But it was pretty good.
I felt like they were right there. They were like right in, you could tell they put effort and work into things, but some of the parts, I felt like maybe the parts that they wanted to look good looked all right.
Good, yeah.
And then there were parts where they were just like, this will be laughably bad, and they nailed that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good score on it.
Yeah.
Also, so my favorite part was when, at the end, when Rich Space Cop is fighting and he starts doing kung fu moves and they cut to an obvious other stunt double and show the ponytail, and I'm immediately like, is that the one guy that they always have on the show?
Oh yeah, I was like, check out the big brain on Joyce. That's that guy that makes those shitty ninja movies.
That was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
What is his name? Len
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick-ski.
Yeah.
Len Kaepernick-ski, ladies and gentlemen, has a little cameo.
Yeah, that was great. And I've watched enough of these Redlettermedias to recognize that.
Yeah, one thing I wondered, I was like, will people, like, I imagine watching this movie with people that maybe were not familiar with Redlettermedia, and I wondered, would it translate well? Like, do you think it would hold their attention? Because it held my attention barely. Like, there was some parts where I was just like, man, come the fuck on with this shit.
Yeah, I think you could watch it not having seen any of their shows and enjoy the movie. There just might be some little jokes that you don't get.
But that's all right. I mean, that happens in every movie, right?
Correct.
So, I guess, well, we'll just pose the question like this. To a person who maybe is just like a fan of bad movies or science fiction comedies, low budget type of things, but maybe not necessarily in on all these Redlettermedia jokes, would you recommend the movie?
I would. I actually thought it was pretty good. I would probably give it 4 stars out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, I don't usually give 5 stars. I was entertained.
I was going to say it was sufficiently good to hold my attention, amounting to average.
And he always says 3.5 is above average, so that must mean it's a 2.5 or 3.
2.5 is average.
No, it's not.
Okay, I was going to ask you this. Let's say I put 3 movies in front of you. You get All Quiet on the Western Front, Space Cop, and The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Which one will you watch?
I mean, I feel like you have to be in the mood to watch something like All Quiet on the Western Front, and that's a tearjerker, so
oh my God.
I would probably pick Space Cop.
It's been too recent since I watched All Quiet on the Western Front. Like, if you ask me, like, in 2 years,
right,
I'll go for it again, but the ending of that movie just fucks me up every time. I cry.
It was so
I'm
sick.
not even joking.
He's not joking. That was beautiful. It was so sweet.
It's a good movie, though.
It was very good. It was very charming.
But I haven't seen The Beach. I think the one time I ever watched that movie was in the theater when it came out.
I feel like you talked shit about The Beach.
Yeah, I thought it was terrible. But I haven't seen it in 20 years or whatever.
I've got it on the box. But we're about to do a Clint Eastwood marathon, so that'll have to be put on the back burner.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say I might watch The Beach before Space Cop. I might watch Space Cop again. Like, especially if I was watching it with, like, somebody else who hadn't seen it before.
Wow.
That might be a more fun viewing than...
Wow.
Dude, Leonardo DiCaprio is your boy. Imagine if he watched this fucking video and saw you being, like, Space Cop over the beach.
Dang.
It's right up there. It's better than The Beach. Maybe not as good as All Quiet on the Western Front. But to Redlettermedia...
Good job.
Good job.